So there's a really nice quote that I like. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. And basically what this means is there's only so many good things that you can improve on, like things that you can add into your life to make your life better. But something that a lot of self-improvement YouTubers don't actually talk about, and something that I don't think about a lot and have started to think about more because I do think it is important, is this idea of self-destruction. Because you can constantly add in good habits and good things and techniques and mindsets, the stuff that I give you on this channel, right? You can constantly add that stuff into your life. But getting rid of the bad habits and actually taking things away from your life and destroying your current self-destruction is actually probably better than just adding in good habits constantly. And there's this cool idea of progressing in life as being like a ladder. And on that ladder, you have like this side of the ladder, right? This pole, and then this pole on this side, and then all the like steps in between that you're gonna climb up on the ladder, right? And on the left side, you have your skills, right? The stuff that you're capable of doing. On the right side, you have your knowledge, but then in the middle, you have your limiting beliefs or your beliefs, right? So you can build up your skills, you can build up your knowledge. And this is the stuff that self-improvement is gonna give you. It's gonna give you the skills, it's gonna give you the knowledge to do it. But in the middle of that ladder, those spokes on the ladder, that is your actual beliefs. And sometimes it's better to actually destroy your limiting beliefs, because it's not always the case that in order to climb the ladder further and to progress further in your life, that you have to constantly upskill yourself and constantly learn. You're not always like one step away from the next level of progress because you just don't know the next thing, or you're just not skilled enough to do it. Sometimes you just need to tear down your existing self, like the current form that you're in. You need to take things away from it. And it goes back to that quote of man cannot remake himself without suffering, because he's both the marble and the sculptor. And this quote kind of talks about the fact that you have to, in order to progress and improve your life, you have to destroy aspects of your current self, as if you were carving out a sculptor. And in my mind, carving out that sculpture and carving out the marble is like getting rid of the bad habits and the limiting beliefs. And it's the same if you think of it like the gym. So you go on a bulk, right? You build loads of muscle, you put on quite a decent amount of fat as well, and you get bigger, right? And that's improving your physique, right? You're getting stronger, you're getting more muscle mass. But if you just kept doing this like forever, like went on the perma bulk, you would just get so fat that you would, well, you'd just be fat, right? You'd end up just being obese. You'd be very strong and muscly, but you'd be obese as well. There's a certain point in the bulk where it has to stop, and you either go on a mini cut or you start cutting down, where you start shredding that fat off, shredding a little bit of that muscle off as well, just to get a bit more lean and a bit more aesthetic. And this can kind of translate into your actual life. You can constantly improve your knowledge and improve your habits and add in good habits, right? Cold shower, morning walk, morning sunlight, weightlifting, cardio, reading books, and working on a YouTube channel and working on a business. And you can constantly add all this shit in. But if you're still vaping, you're still drinking every weekend, you're still watching porn, you're still spending 2 hours a day playing video games, you're still fucking, I don't know, just sat around watching Netflix and sat in bed doing nothing, right? If you're still doing this shit and then you add on top of that, like business work and like bodybuilding and cardio and stuff, like it's going to be infinitely better if you were just in your current state right now and you just took away those bad habits. Like it's a little bit better, in my opinion, to get rid of the bad habits, because at least then maybe you're not being productive and you're not like achieving your goals, but at least then you can just be happier, right, whilst you're doing it. Because I've found, like, through when I've been like running this YouTube channel and like trying to progress in self-improvement, there's been moments where I've always relapsed and gone back to my old ways. And even though I'm still being productive, I'm still posting videos every single day on the channel, and I'm still going for my morning walks, and I'm still doing my cardio and weightlifting, I relapse and start to bring back old habits like drinking. So I didn't drink for like 90 days. And then I started drinking again, like not a lot of alcohol, but just started drinking like occasionally on the weekend with some friends, right? And I don't think there's a problem with that. But I started to feel the impacts of that, and it made me less happy than I was when I wasn't drinking, even though I might not have been posting every day and not being as productive then. Just because I didn't have that bad habit in my life, I was happier. So I do think it's important that you actually tear down and destroy aspects of yourself, chisel away those bad habits, because then at least you're left with your current state, which might not be where you want to be, but at least you're going to be happier. Limiting beliefs is like an important one for me, because remember that ladder I was talking to you about that you're going to climb up, this like metaphorical ladder that you're going to climb up. You've got one side of it, which is the skills and the knowledge, and each one's bottlenecked by the other, right? So you might be a long time watcher of this channel, or you might have been on self-improvement for a long time. So you probably have the skills, you probably have the knowledge, right? You're probably decently skilled at like maybe video editing or running a business or the gym, right? And you have the knowledge on how to build muscle, how to grow a YouTube channel, how to build a business, right? You have the knowledge and the skills, but why are you not progressing any further? Well, it's just because you don't believe you can do it, right? So you currently have beliefs that are limiting you from progressing. You probably believe that to get into the top 1% of people, you have to make millions and millions of pounds. You probably believe that YouTube is oversaturated, so you're not going to bother trying to do it. Even though you know how to record videos, you know how to upload them, you know how to edit them, you just don't do it because you're like, it's oversaturated, no point. And even just the last couple of videos I've made on the channel, I've had literally comments from people, like maybe like 4 or 5 people saying that they've started their YouTube channels because of the stuff, like the information I've given them. And I think that's important, right? Tearing yourself down and getting rid of those limiting beliefs and like almost like reinventing yourself. Like, listen, don't listen to your own brain. You need to kind of tear away all that bad shit that you've just accumulated over the years. And it goes back to the quote, which I really like. So yeah, just keep this in mind, right? You can always talk about self-improvement. You can always add in good habits. You can always improve aspects of your life. But if there's current aspects of your life that haven't changed and they're having a negative impact on your life, like, you know, the bad habits of self-improvement, right? I think everyone likes it. It's quite sexy to sort of like add in new habits, like the cold shower and everything, and just people love to do all this kind of stuff, and biohacking and like diet and everything, like just improving all them habits. It's like, hang on a minute, you're still vaping, you're still watching porn, you're still doing drugs. It's like, maybe get rid of some of that shit first, you know what I mean? And there's not much wrong with you right now. It's just getting rid of that stuff so you can see underneath, you know, the person that you could possibly be. So just keep in mind this concept of self-destruction. It's something that I've known about for a while. I've not really made a video on it, and I wanted to just give it to you because a lot of people like to talk about self-improvement, and I do think self-improvement is super fucking important. Obviously, it's a self-improvement channel. But yeah, self-destruction is something that's just not spoken about a lot. And I wanted to give you that. So yeah, hopefully you got some value out of that video, mate. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.